Go ahead. Okay, we'll get going here. Connie, you have anything?
I don't know if this needs to go in front of the meeting Monday or if it's something that can be done administratively. The safety training that we have coming up has got my office thinking and the recorder's office thinking of what we can do to keep us and our staff safe. We would like to we talked to Gary and I talked to Jenny to see if we can have combination padlocks put on not combination, but the code locks to put on our doors. That way we can give codes out to staff that need to come in. Other than that, our door will be kept locked. I don't know if there's any issues with that. I was told to come before you guys because it is your building and we would be changing the lock on your building.
I told Gary to get prices for everything they wanted done in this building for security. Now, if we do this, those doors got to be shut.
Right.
And I includes the door between your two offices should be shut also. So if anybody wants this stuff, I have no problem with doing it. We just got to make sure we keep these doors shut and not open and everything. So I told him to get prices on what it's going to cost to lower their counters down to ADA compliant. If they wanted bulletproof glass, they talked about that. You know, we talked about it a few years ago. Some wanted it, some didn't. But if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right.
Right. I'm just talking right now. I would like to, that's going to be a time issue. Just having a lock put on a door, that's a 5-minute thing. and it would provide us safety immediately. If we shut and we lock our doors now, we have people coming in, staff coming in and out all of the time. So it would become a hassle. And then it's like, okay, we've got our safety feature, we've got our time feature, getting up and going and opening the door for them all the time. So that could be an immediate, quick safety thing without having to wait for the whole thing to be done. I'm just asking if it can be done now or if you want it to wait.
No, we can do it, right? He needs to get with IT to find the right ones that are gonna work. Either they're gonna be compatible with, your badges.
No, it's just gonna be a code thing. Because other words, they'd have to run electric, they'd have to, do a whole bunch of
Well, the
stuff.
code thing, you're gonna have to put batteries in it, so you're gonna have to make sure the batteries are always working.
Right.
So, I mean, it's,
I mean, is there a reason in the long term we wouldn't want to do the badge thing?
I don't know.
I
I
just
can't hear you, Mark.
Sorry. I just had to contact SAS just to see.
I'm just curious because I mean, I think that would be the easiest because then if somebody's terminated, they can lose their, they have to turn their stuff in. You don't have to worry about somebody,
Yeah, 'cause if you terminate somebody, you're gonna change the code.
Right. Well,
Everything.
my thought, we have one at home and each of us have our own code. So as soon as someone would be terminated, we would take that code out.
I was just curious because I'm thinking if we have the badges and it's not terrible, I mean, I think that would be the smartest thing. to do.
I agree. I'm just talking of
that
quick.
Yeah, because I don't
quick
think they're terribly
fix.
expensive.
They're not.
So I mean, it could be a quick fix till then. But I don't think it would hurt to at least find out how much it would cost us.
That would be the ideal.
I think, if we start making a lot of long-term changes, that's something that I think in my opinion, we should look at.
Oh, I don't.
So you said something about having the door closed in between the offices. If all the doors in the hallway are locked, we are working on a plan together. It's our plan in the recorder's office to get to their office and close that door behind us. It's locked.
That's not something I'm not
Yeah.
discussing in public.
You're gonna bring up this stuff, like you said, this is all being live streamed right now. So it really shouldn't be. You should brought up the safety committee and let them get with us.
Okay.
Because I think we're gonna sit there and discuss this and we're talking about security stuff and, yeah, we can do this at the executive session too, so.
Okay.
Gary, you got anything? Sharon? Mhm.
And I had caffeine. Aaron said I had to. Okay, let's see. First is the ADA updates. I am working through all of Ben's comments, which really weren't very many, thankfully. I just need to update a couple of things that I didn't have in my original documents. So I will hope to bring that on Monday. I'll get it all fixed up today and I'll send it back to Ben to verify. So that's there. Second, I have the document to be signed with BFNS for, yes, the striping project. So it'll be for construction engineering. That is already and approved by NDOT on their end. So that's number 2. And that goes with that. The sign ordinance is a maybe. Is a maybe. Sign ordinance is a maybe. My plan is to get it all done today. Maybe tomorrow. So can we put that on old business for you? If we get there. That way it's not on the agenda saying for sure, but it's a maybe. Okay. And then lastly, we have the proposals for the design of the highway building. Do we want to talk about that?
Probably should.
Okay, so there was a question of if they're the same, and yes, they are. Like, they're going off the same specs because I took everything from the one and took all names off and bids and everything, and I sent that to the other one.
Perfect. It wasn't anything that you did that concerned me. It was the fact that we had a 39 factory.
Yes.
I didn't care.
They're the same. They're just,
Yeah.
like she sent the same one to them to look at. This is what we want. Give us a bid. And that's what it came down. Instead of giving us a 30-page return, they just put it on one sheet. Here you
I
go.
know. I opened it and I was like, oh, great. It's going to be like 30 pages again. And I opened it and I was like, oh my gosh, there's one.
have my thoughts about.
But I agree with you on the ADA part. I will email both of them because that's the one thing I apparently overlooked in the ADA part.
There was something else in there too, wasn't there, Kurt?
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple things, but.
I think they're minor things, no matter which way we go, so.
Kind of comes down to the numbers and philosophy, right? Do you want somebody to be able to bid on it? And if you do, you gotta go with the other one. And if you do that, you might, inform.
I don't think the other one wanted to bid on it. They
No.
just, yeah, neither one of them wanted to bid on it. They just wanted to do
The work,
the
this work.
that work there.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they didn't.
It's okay.
Because I thought
That-
that would be a great way to get them both involved.
Yeah,
But if they're not gonna. the other
no,
one's not gonna bid on
he
it.
didn't want, they didn't want to bid on it.
Well, then I guess you just gotta, I will tell you from my perspective, well, it doesn't matter that much, really. I am familiar because of the work we do elsewhere
Mhm.
with DLZ's documents. And so all the contract bidding forms, all of the documents that go along with the pre-bid, et cetera. So I am more familiar with DLZ. I'm not familiar with anchors. I've never seen them. I don't know anything about theirs. I don't know the process. And so there's gonna be some ramp up if you go with them. On our end, to be able to get in a position where we can assist with the ultimate bidding, because we have never worked with Anchor, and that's not a bad thing. I just want you to know that you'll key into some of those savings. So if you want somebody that we're familiar with, you might go back to DLZ and tell them that they're high and try to get it lowered so that we can work with somebody that we're familiar with. But that's all up to you. Just know that we have great familiarity with DLZ document. Doesn't mean it's good. This means that we don't have ramp up time as we will have with the other. And I don't know what they think about it, but that's really what matters, not what we think. I just want you to know some of those savings will get chewed up by us having to get familiar with and work with and how to develop new documents with. Different. This is a big part.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be that much difference, by honest with you, but I could be wrong, but
So are we doing something Monday?
I don't.
That's a
know.
good
That's up to
question.
these three.
Are we?
which one do you,
I'm fine with either, honestly.
like, it comes down to the money,
Yeah.
300,000 difference.
Mhm. Kurt, don't charge us that much. How about?
No, I'm just saying, my comment was, if you can get the other one down.
Yeah,
and
I
they're
know what you
equal,
mean.
I would go with the one we're familiar with.
Yeah.
I know what my question is.
I
I just think,
understand.
you was on council, what do you think council would say?
Well, we're gonna cut 300,000 out of our budget. I have a feeling that's what they would be like, okay, well, where are you coming up with it at? So, I don't know.
Oh, that's the difference.
That's big.
It's 1.8 versus 2.2 or something like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I would definitely think towards the 1.8.
Yeah, it's,
Do we have to go to council first?
Unless they have it appropriated somewhere.
I doubt that it's appropriated.
yeah, I know it's probably not appropriated, so we would probably have to give them a recommendation, wouldn't we,
I would think
to
so.
council?
I would think so.
and let them decide where they're gonna pay for it at.
Okay.
So if you
Yay.
want, if you're ready, if you feel comfortable, you can bring it Monday and your recommendation, which one you want. Then we can go from there and then making a recommendation to council and then go in front of them and see what they,
See what they think.
yeah.
All right. I'd say
These are the highway design
For the building
proposals.
garage.
Designed and following the project all the way from beginning to end,
from now until
managing the
I-
project all the way through until it's built.
Construction manager.
Construction manager.
Yeah.
So they'd be the manager. of the
They'd be the manager of the project. We wouldn't have to do it. They wouldn't have to do it. They would manage everything, you know, put the bids out, all that stuff. So,
So it would,
Yeah.
so I don't know. It's,
yeah, that's a little bigger than I thought it would. I mean, that's, yeah.
I mean, these two don't want to do it.
This.
I don't think we want to do
I'm
it.
not a structural. That's a different test.
It's a different test.
You didn't take any of those classes?
I took environmental, so I took those tests. I passed.
This is pretty good.
I passed.
Just think of the raise you could ask for if you saved the county 1.8 million.
Anything else there?
That was it.
Mr. Taylor from Shipshewana Lake, you guys talked to him?
I believe Tammy did. Is that no? Not
He's-
Shipshewana Lake. I was thinking about Fish Lake. The one you
He's,
texted us about.
Complaining about his roads, and I told him, I says, that road is probably, it's might be somewhere in that 10-year project. I said, I can't tell you where, but it's on the east side of the lake there. I think I talked to one of you guys a while back. He called me. Well, he stopped in yesterday, wanted to talk to me again about it. And I says, well, it's been touching over 40 years. And I says, well, then he said, apparently somebody from the county highway a year or so ago told him that the road was terrible. It was rated F or something. And I said, well, who'd you talk to? I don't know. And I said, well, I just know there's a 10-year plan. They're working on it. So eventually they may get to it, but I can't tell you when.
Well, ratings are 1 through 10, so
Yeah.
we don't have Fs.
I didn't argue with him. I just
Okay.
went ahead and said, yeah, I'll talk to him about it and
Just
let you know.
publicly saying that.
Huh?
It's not dirt.
No, it's not dirt. It's paved, but there's some problems with the easements in through there, the road right away.
Oh,
The
boy.
road's not quite where I think it's supposed to be according to the right of way type stuff. It's kind of messed with. And the road's only like, what, 8-9 foot wide?
Well, sounds like typical lake road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're on our radar.
I told them that they were on the radar and I said, but I can't tell you when it's going to get done.
Okay.
We got other ones that are worse
Yeah,
and more traveled.
yeah. Okay, that's it for me.
Okay, Aaron?
Kind of along with the highway building, I think we could ask DLZ to sharpen their pencil for that and make it a little better for everyone. See if we can get them to come down before we just agree to one. That's just my thoughts, but
So now
So,
you're,
definitely
well,
worth conversation. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, and I know both parties and that too, but how long are we going to keep going back and forth? This has been going on for months, years or whatever, trying to get this thing going. We went with the other engineer guy that didn't really do much. And we're at the point where if we don't get going on this pretty soon, it probably won't happen.
all right,
That's my concern.
we'll be ready Monday.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that,
I agree with you.
The
We'll be ready
council,
Monday.
the
Yeah.
budget money's getting tighter, and if we don't start something here soon, I'm afraid it may not happen. And you guys will be stuck in that building down there forever.
Yeah, nothing's forever, but I agree with you.
Yeah, we should have, like I said, I wanted, this should have been started a year ago, but we got cut behind the 8 ball there with the other engineering guy. So, but we just move forward with it. You got 2 of them, you got their bids. Pick one. I don't care which one you guys pick. Just give me a recommendation. I just know that it's gonna be hard for council to,
Mhm.
we got that much of a difference.
I got potentially two items for the agenda. Gave you a little packet. So the first one, this is something unforeseen. Last Thursday, was made aware that our bucket truck was having issues. It's been having issues for a while, but after some research, we found out that over 20 years old for this specific model. There's 4 different models included in this, but all parts, all diagrams, all serviceability, and certifications are not available for this unit no longer. After talking with Alltech, a third-party bucket truck service, they recommended not using this. There is safety cautions in there for premature failure. If this thing's having issues like that, it's pretty much telling us not to use it. To be honest, this thing hasn't been certified annually for some time. It was just brought to my attention after talking out to, well, Alltech, REMC, the local municipal guys. This is something that should have been occurring every year. So knowing that, I'm going to request a positive recommendation to move to council for special equipment purchase. With no parts availability, this thing not being certified, I feel it's a safety issue for us to use it. And this is a piece of equipment that we could use anytime all year round. We're one storm away from needing it immediately. So we're kind of in a circumstance. So I'm going to ask for a positive recommendation, move to council for special equipment purchase outside the appropriated budget. It will be, I kind of gave you some rough estimates. I did ask for a used one. A new one's about 30,000, 40,000 difference. But I am going to request up to $200,000 for this purchase. With that threshold, obviously we've got to meet the requirements for everything over that dollar threshold. So it's going to take some time, but this is the first step. So I'll have that for Monday with a positive recommendation and move to council. And again, it was unforeseen. We were just kind of made aware of what's kind of happened in the past.
Aaron, is this truck number 51, that O2 International?
Correct. So if this thing, we were out using it, were to break, they made us very aware this would pretty much be a boat anchor and it would be worth scrap. At this point, with it still operational, we could get rid of it and people could salvage parts for other ones in different parts of the country, and we can kind of recoup some of our value there. So that's the second part of my agenda is the next page would be I'm going to ask for 3 things to be declared surplus. Truck 34, it's a dump truck. We got 2 new dump trucks. Our 2 new dump trucks will be here in about a month. We're running out of space. We got things in 5 different buildings. But truck 34, 2013 International. I'm asking the bucket truck number 51, 2002 International. That bucket truck's 23 years old. And we have a transfer tank that was in the back of a fuel truck that we've repaired 3 times and it's still leaking. I'd like to declare all those surplus for Monday's agenda. The bottom one was approved last commissioner meeting, but that's just for our notes. 2 things I'd like to just talk about that are non-agenda.
Stop you for a minute. So you're going to get a recommendation to go to council for additional purchase. Where do you want to purchase from?
Well, that's a good question. I think we edit local, but I'd like to talk to councilmen, see their recommendation, but I'm sure we got to advertise it, right?
Correct. That's why I need to know.
So I'll reach out to those appropriate people, try to get some feedback and try to be in touch with you is the goal, right? Sooner the better.
Right.
Because it's time sensitive.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a few hurdles. So no storms for a few months. So I'll try to get back with you by the end of the day, Kathy, and try to get that answer.
when you're like, this is me being curious. Because the price point of that, he's talking about buying a used one. How do you bid that out? I mean, because you got to find two places that have the exact same piece of equipment to bid it.
Right. It's likely that we won't be able to, and we'll have to find an exception to that statute if he's gonna not be able to, but he'll make the effort to try.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that's, I was
see,
kind of thinking.
and then we can make findings and we
Okay.
can accept ourselves out. So
Yeah, how's that one?
yeah, it's not gonna be likely that it'll be possible, but we
Yeah.
can still do it in a way
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
protects
At least
you
we're
guys.
trying.
Yeah, exactly.
I did give him some vague specs that would fit our needs without excluding anyone. And this is what they kind of came back with that would fit our department's needs without trying to not purposely denying anybody from allowing bids. So non-agenda items, I'd like to talk about the,
Difference, I'd go with the new one.
yeah,
About 30,000. I'd just go with the new one. It was me.
well, and if we had it for 20 years, $10,000 a year, that's low cost potentially, long-term as an asset. The non-agenda items is two things, compost. So Friday, we did interview 3 candidates. We gave a conditional offer to an employee. All 3 candidates were good. I think they could have confidently did the job. But once that comes back, we'll let you know. Once that comes back good, we'll let you know that status. That's today. But then what I'd like to talk about is the hours. I think that's pretty set in stone, but prices. And then I'd like to talk with Kevin just about policy, what we would do outside this meeting if somebody kind of a refusal to pay. But prices is something, and then when officially to open is a lot of questions I'm getting, and I'm sure you are.
Leaves are gonna be falling
Yeah,
soon.
at least it's gotta be open soon, so.
So
We'll get her.
I mean, price wise, I mean, I think just start something and go from there, because we don't know.
I gave you my suggestions.
Yeah,
Excuse me, I gave you my suggestions the other day and
I have no negative on what you said.
No, I mean, what you had, $10 a load coming in there. And just gotta make sure that you put in there that they're not letting stuff in there. They're not letting people in for free. If they're gonna use it, they're gonna pay. Because we got way too much money in this thing, as it is, and it's, I've been telling people all along that if the town of LaGrange would have stayed in it with us, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't have to go through all this with IDEM and all these other permit processes. So, it is what it is. So we're gonna be, having to, help recoup the cost of this.
well, they have not got back to me. I've asked them twice now. And both times it's, are you gonna charge us? I just say yes. Say it'll
Yeah, they're not gonna get it for free.
No, they think they are. They think we should do it.
No.
okay, I'll get that information from you. Is that something we're going to release publicly along with the date?
Well, I think,
I'm gonna ask them one more time.
Okay, and then
would you be ready by Monday to approve all this?
I think we could, other than unless the
think so.
town decides they want to use
I have
it.
a couple of questions to ask. Connie, credit card, how are we doing there? Are we set up for that?
In the middle of all this, the company is now changing, they're in the midst of changing the contract. So now they're checking with their legal to see if they can continue with the contract that his office has already gone through.
Yeah, it gets to that whole debit block thing that we talked about. They were gonna do it, now they maybe not. Where they take money back out of her account.
I didn't want to ask for the new contract if we could use the old contract, because the old contract has already been gone through and the new contract would be starting fresh.
I mean, we could start out with cash only, but I'm gonna give you guys' phone number. I can guarantee it nowadays, that's what it's gonna be.
They can take credit cards with our current system, everything would just have to be manually entered, there's no swipe.
Jenny, did you tell the guy that?
We talked about it. I think this person has some experience. They can probably do that.
Yeah.
So I think
All right, yeah, we'll talk about it.
he'll be ready tomorrow. So we meet today.
All right, good.
I don't know
We'll be ready Monday.
what your intent is. Of course, it's up to you, but if you're going to want an ordinance that is going to impose fees and have fines and have enforcement, if you want that, I gotta know what you're doing because
Mhm.
I haven't drafted anything yet.
No, we may just have to start without that ordinance
That's fine. Yeah.
and get it later, once we get going and that, see what, if we have any changes or anything like that.
Sure.
This falls a real trial period for us.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be, we're gonna see what happens and we'll go from there, is the only thing I can think of.
That's
But
fine.
we'll just try and bring it up Monday.
Okay. And then the last couple pages, these aren't something I just want you to kind of look at it. So, I have been in contact with Paul Yoder. I know he contacted one or two of you, but they're putting together kind of a proposal of what they would hope the buggy plate fee would potentially look like in the future. And on the backside is what I put different variables at different rates for the next 3 years. I just like you to look at it, digest, because here in the next month, 6 weeks, I'd like to bring it back up and talk about potential change or keeping it the same or sticking on the track that we are, but just
Well, I
something to
know-
kind of look at and
yeah,
digest and,
I can't see us sticking on a track yard. It's not gonna
Yeah.
make enough money.
Well, I had a couple questions. Number one, you have 2026, 27, 28. You used the buggy sold those same figures here that you have for 25 then?
correct,
figures came from.
based on the plate sold
All
at
right,
in
That's
25.
fine.
And then it's just incrementally from there on the different values.
That of course go probably up, but anyways.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea what you need to do in the budget for roads every year for those or as we call them, horse troughs?
Well, if it's just, horse trough exclusively, I can get you that number, but we average 450,000 a year just for horse trough. But, if we're doing that, we need to follow up with chip seal too, because,
Sure.
if not, you're doing it every other year. So,
Yeah, this is just fixing the roads.
Right.
They should be fixed and
I guess I'm at the point, we'll do the best we can with them, but we have X amount of dollars, we spend it and that's it. We're done. Trying to
yeah.
put more on people to pay for these.
Yeah. Well, I think Paul's trying to do a good job. They're
Oh,
generating
yeah.
conversation and, it's good feedback. So,
did you he talked to me the other day about, right now we have the township trustees sell the plates.
yeah.
He thought that maybe the Amish church districts would sell them and wouldn't cost us anything. They would do it as a benefit. So you'd save that money that you're paying the township trustees to put out those plates.
Yeah, I think that's.
So I don't know how much
that's a
that
nice
would be,
gesture. Yeah.
but
Well,
60, 80,000.
I talked to him
Manny.
about that too, and he also said he thinks they would get more plate sales.
yeah.
Because they would know
11,000.
exactly who's not buying them.
11,000 plates times $6 each.
So it's a good start. Nice gesture. But there's this huge bridge. There's a huge gap there. It still needs some attention, I feel.
Logistics of that
Mhm.
concern me, just because with the number of Amish districts, we would have to have agreements with everyone. They would be required to pick up all the supplies,
Mhm.
sell, return the money to us in a timely manner.
Well, they
So-
get to where they want to get in a timely manner if they want to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah,
internal
no, I know.
controls that go
Yeah,
along with
yeah.
that just concern me.
Yeah.
Because these are,
Mhm.
State Board of Accounts, right?
yeah,
Internal control, yeah.
Yeah, no, I
yeah, but
get
we
it,
have to
yeah.
control how many go out, that the money comes back in a timely
Right,
manner.
Right.
And then we'd have to have an agreement with every single one.
Yeah, I don't know that it would be every district would have it, but
No, it could be certain ones or, they would figure that out. I think, I don't know if it,
How many districts are there, Terry? Do you know? I have no idea.
90 something, I think.
yeah,
How many?
I think there's 90 something.
yeah,
Oh,
but
it's
it's,
every 2 mile square.
okay.
Yeah.
There's a
I could-
lot.
There's a
So
lot.
just before we say
Yeah, yeah.
every district would sell.
No, yeah, I don't know about every district. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It's just conversation and
it's just
Right.
conversation we
And I-
started
just-
having and that and,
To put my
um,
thoughts in
It's
early.
looking into
I
it.
knew there was reservation.
Yeah, I don't
But-
think about 90 some people.
And I could be wrong, but
I think you're
Thank you.
probably right. There's like 100 schools.
oh, there are. Okay, well, there you go.
I mean, it's, and I don't think,
you have anything, Mary?
Yeah, it grows every year.
Let me add to that.
Probably 5 to 10 schools a year.
And let me just add into that, the database is a big part of this. I mean, if somebody could, like if highway wants to take on entering into the database from the receipts, that's one thing, but otherwise they're gonna have to have computer access to that.
We just tell them they
database.
all got to go to the county highway and buy their plates.
So those are the things we'd have to talk about and get worked out.
Terrence like, I'm not at the counter. I don't care.
We always get it done, so we're fine. We're still.
That's not really.
Yeah. Well, it's something we'll have to work on.
Alright.
Yeah.
This is
Jason?
Oh, wow. So it's
revenue for
2
25.
million bucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything necessarily for Monday, but I got a couple things left to happen this week, but effectively Monday, if everything goes well this week. I've already talked to Gary about this yesterday. The offices in the basement should be okay to turn loose, open up for them to start moving into. So we've done pretty well. We're well over a month ahead of schedule. We only had one change order that didn't affect anything price wise. We kept everything in check. So everything's been really smooth, really productive, and we're almost done. So
You said potentially this week.
they should be able to move in Monday if everything happens this week like I got planned. So I'll know tentatively. There's a couple more things that have to happen this week yet, but Monday should be the day. That's what we're shooting for.
So Gary's gonna have neighbors.
So I'll know more by the end of the week, but yeah, tentatively Monday, everybody gets to move in. If you guys, the window's finally in, if you guys want to walk over, take a look at it, feel free.
At least if you get in trouble, Gary, you know a lot of people.
Sheriff?
Kurt, do you want to talk about the county ordinance or it's not ready, we can.
For the $125 $350 deal,
Yeah, for workers.
Kathy is working on something before I can have it ready. And she probably is going to
Conversation
get
with
with you.
We've
Yeah.
already talked, and we're gonna set up another meeting
Okay.
with somebody else in his office and Tony maybe to clarify some
Okay.
things. There's some snags we hit.
All right, yeah. So we
not
we
ready
are
for Monday.
we are ready when you guys are ready.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess the answer would be no.
Last night to set up.
Yeah.
try to get a meeting.
Okay, let me know and it has to do with the funds and all that.
This is the whole,
Work release, yeah.
yeah, there's some minor logistical issues to how to do it. Clearly, we can put a cap on it. That's not the issue.
It's,
Yeah.
some other things have come up, so we're working through them.
Okay.
Yeah. You have anything, Juan? Sherry?
I was just here, I heard Kurt's gonna bring up, talking about the residential tip for the housing development.
Sherry, yeah, come up here, Sherry.
I'm gonna here in a minute, yeah.
And I was just here to support that, but the only other thing I have is just, we got that Donwood grant, for the 592,000 for this service.
I can't hear you if you're not up here, sorry.
We can, but
We can, but people at home.
the
People watching can't.
live stream can't. Welcome to the new world.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not an agenda item, but I just wanted to announce that the Donwood awarded us that 592,000 for that's the rest of our funding for the surgery center. So we've got all our funding stack in place now. So that was an exciting Friday event,
Yeah.
a relief. So that's
Do you want to have her stay there while I bring up this other
Sure.
issue? Okay. Because she'll know more about it than I do.
well, I'm not sure about that, but
Okay, well, we're gonna find out
okay.
together. Mark Liu, president of the RDC, asked that I ask you three to consider, and of course you can't make a decision today, but whether or not you want to put it on your agenda Monday or not is going to be telling for all of us. And you don't have to, of course, but he would like to have you formally consider. I guess the best way I would put it is financing the creation of a new TIF district east of town, and Robbie may have some input on this too, for some new residential development that seems like it's been on and off. I don't know, but that's the part I don't know about. I know that it takes a lot of effort to put together a new residential TIF district. The amount that's available for financing all depends on how many homes are sold and how much is built. And, you know, so you have to get the financial advisor involved. Of course, we've got to have maps,
No.
drawings done. So that's probably a DLZ matter. And then we have to do some work, of course, with the ordinances and get in front of Plan Commission and various things that we have to do to get all this approved. And it all needs to be done. If they want to capture all of the increment by January 1. So that's a real fast push, really, to do something like this.
Is this for this new housing?
I believe so.
Is this a county TIF?
It will be
Mhm.
if you do it.
It's outside town limits.
And I don't know any of the details of the development. So that's the piece I have no knowledge of. I know how to put the TIF together. And Mark would like you to finance that on behalf of the RDC. And so in order to do that, you have to make a decision in a public meeting. And so I'm coming to ask you, I guess, whether or not you would like to put that on the agenda for
And-
Monday.
And we can, through this TIF, we can reimburse ourselves back the cost.
If there's, yes, that assumes there's increment to capture.
Right.
And yes, of course, yes, you're right, Peter.
So it would be an out, but it would come back through the.
Yeah. And that's going to be up to the RDC ultimately, because once you authorize the creation, they control the expenditure of those funds. But yes.
Well, you can probably bring it up, talk Monday.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Look, so if it's got to be done before the first of the
This
year.
is all
If
commissioners.
if they have money, no. If they don't have money, then yes.
Well, you're not gonna have we have a dollar figure we're looking at.
I guess, let's just say you got probably, Jeff Peters is gonna be 5 to 10, the engineer is gonna be 10 plus, and
Okay.
I'm guessing we're gonna be, so you got probably wild guess 50,000. That's probably really high.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we can bring it up, put it on Monday's agenda.
You'll talk about it Monday, or you,
Best I can, yes.
do you want me to have Mark here possibly?
I
or-
will, yes.
It would be nice to have Mark here if he's available.
All right, thank you.
What time do you want him here, Kathy, on your agenda?
I don't have any bid openings, so we can go anytime after 8:30 because your old business
Okay,
to start.
so RDC, Mark Lou, and you'll.
Just put him first thing up so we can get him out of here.
That's the way I'd put it too.
Okay.
Okay, that's.
How do you know who's gonna call you next, Robbie?
Because you went in line.
I might have went back to not.
Would you like me to go sit back down?
No, what you got?
Well, I have 3 things for Monday. The first one is an amended resolution. Back in April, we did a rezone for Calvin Gingrich, and there was a typo in the legal description, so a Scribner's error. So we have a new amended resolution that I will be presenting on Monday for that, to take care of that, so we can get him all taken care of. The second one, I have a
I'm sorry,
planned
Robbie,
unit
what kind of resolution is it?
Amended.
amended.
Amended resolution, amended, what kind of resolution? I mean, we're talking a zoning resolution,
Oh, a map amendment.
map
I'm
amendment.
sorry.
Okay, sorry.
I
I don't know what you mean.
stumped me. So here you go. The second one I have is a planned unit development for Bond Trigger Feeds. They are asking to have about 15 acres.
Get too much stuff.
I do. It was in order at one point, so you passed it. So Bond Trigger Feeds is over on 700 South. They have some ideas for some expansion. In order to do that, they needed to do a planned unit development to change some zoning. So the majority of the property is going to be changed to a B zoning because that's how they use it. There is still some residential involved in it also. The Plan Commission gave it a favorable recommendation last night. And then,
Do you have an address on that? I found 700 South, but do you have a specific address?
yes, I do, Kathy. If I could get my glasses on.
So that's pretty little to read.
I don't have the actual address. I have several, it's several parcels.
Okay.
That's how we did it. We just did it by parcels. I can give you this if you want the parcel numbers.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
When we're
It's
done.
gotta be between 200 west and 300 west.
Correct.
Probably 2200 west, somewhere in that range.
Somewhere in there. The last one I have is what you guys were just talking about. We did a rezone petition last night for 44 acres. This is one we had heard back, I think it was May, June or July. They actually asked to have the rezone petition pulled before it went to the commissioners after we had certified it. So it is now back on the agenda. We had it last night at rezone petition. It was given a favorable recommendation. The last page there shows their plan for, it's going to be 110 housing units instead of 140 that was originally
So they went
planned.
back to all 3 phases.
They did, but they took out
Right.
about 12 acres that they
Okay.
left industrial,
Oh, they are gonna, okay, all right, that's.
which is being developed. So
You have an address on it?
no address on it. It's vacant property.
It's along US 20.
It's along
25 north.
25 north.
25 north.
And I have parcel numbers for that, or zoning on it, no parcel numbers. So it was given a favorable recommendation, and I'd like to bring that to you on Monday also. Any questions?
Explain why the town doesn't.
What?
Someone explain why the town.
To me, I don't understand why they don't want it annexed. It doesn't make sense to me.
That's all I have for Monday.
All right.
Last night in Lipscomb, we went through.
Let's go what?
Lipscomb won't go in there. They refuse to go in.
Really?
That's what I said.
They can't. They can't refuse.
Said they can't run miles.
Well, that'll make RMC
I
happy.
wouldn't buy a house there. You're gonna have to pay tax.
That'll make RMC happy.
Oh, talking about gas.
Yeah.
Because that's probably when they're going to like electric, they just get gas.
I'll ask her.
Jenny?
I can wait till executive session.
All right. Bill?
I guess we'd give them the same answer, maybe.
I don't know if you want me to wait for executive session on this, it's not a safety thing.
Maybe.
There's no bad in it. That's not an official quote, that's off the website.
Oh, I got you.
I've seen these.
These are what's used in the schools.
Yeah, we
Very
can,
popular, very highly recommended. Cliff, Tracy, everybody. Looking at
yeah, we'll talk
possibly
about it.
purchasing like 60 of them. You want to talk about now or you want me to wait for
No,
executive
we'll
session?
wait till safety,
Yeah.
wait till executive session.
Okay, the other thing I have as far as those weather signs that we had here that you talked about getting
Yeah.
more. Talking with Aaron, it sounds like ordering them is going to be cheaper than Aaron making them. So it's something, if we want to get more, we can. We just got to figure out how many we want. They were roughly $50 a piece. So I don't
That's
know what you want to
conversation
do
we
with
had. How
that.
many we want and where do we want
We
them?
gotta figure out where you want to put them.
It should be, you tell us how many you want, and where you want to put them, then we'll go from there.
I have
You're the
no
EMA
idea.
director.
Yeah, you're the one that said you wanted more signs though.
Well, just tell me where you want to put them. I don't think one's
I
gonna
don't
be
know,
enough.
and I don't know that NDOT allows them on certain roads, at least. I don't know how that works with county roads, things like that. But I had heard at one point that NDOT, they were not approved sign by NDOT, so I can look into that. I don't know where.
Probably because you didn't pay the $70 fee and monthly fee of $40.
So we could look into it more, but just as far as the cost, that was kind of talking with Aaron. It's gonna be a lot easier just to order them than make them and cheaper.
What about, like when you're coming into a lot of times when you come into the county, you'll see the sign that says entering,
Mhm.
like I'm thinking of the soil and water sign is what kind of caught my attention. Because I don't know that that might be outside of the right of way.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about placement of signs. I just had the sign.
You'd have to talk to Robbie about that.
She's a sign person.
It's outside right away, it's Robbie, it's inside right away, it's me.
So we can work on that. Work in progress. How's that?
Sounds
Yeah.
But that's price wise, that's where we're at.
It's a whip.
Kim? Nothing, Jerry? Who's in line back there? Nothing,
I
Mark?
think it's Vivi.
Alf? Kathy?
I do have this isn't mine, the public defender wants to request purchase of office furniture for the new space. This is the letter for it.
Didn't we have that conversation? Didn't we have
Trying to
that
figure out.
conversation at one point? That they were supposed to buy furniture out of their budget?
Yeah.
Here is hang on just a moment.
Gary, you got any chairs? You got any chairs?
That's old desk.
Clean out the
Says he
stairwells.
has $6,016.61. But then he had to move 5,000 for the copier.
Get here, remember Kurt's office using
He's included 15,000 as budget request for 26 to make additional purchases necessary.
Requesting 26?
15. I've included 15,000 in my budget for 2026.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I'm not sure. He said he's got it in his budget for 26.
so is he just looking for approval to spend it?
Well, Fred- So yeah, I think he's just wanting the permission to spend the money for the office space, but we need an actual quote.
Yeah.
I'll go back to him with that. I hadn't read this real closely. Oh, sorry, we got a quote.
Just happen to have one.
Yeah, sorry. He sent it to me, I printed it off and I'm like, okay, we'll deal with that later.
Okay, I think I'm working home at least.
After what I read the other day, I don't even know why he's there.
And you can wait on that if you want more time to read it. I can email that out to everybody. I can put it on the agenda for Monday and you can discuss it. I'll get it emailed out to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
We put it on the agenda for now and then we can decide what you're gonna do.
It's your call.
I open yours.
You decide the agenda, not me and Kevin, so.
Yeah. Yeah, put it on there and tell him he needs to be here to explain this. I mean,
You need to come to budget.
what?
You need to come to the budget.
Did he come to budget hearing?
You're kidding.
I was there the whole day.
No, well, it wasn't the whole day.
Well, correct.
He came later and he said, oh, I missed him. I'd like to be there first after lunch. I said, they're done. So people didn't expect it to be done that fast. Expect it to take longer like it did the first time. So anyway, I will put purchase approval for the public defender and I'll have him attend.
Do you guys need me to advertise for your open public defender board spot?
Who can we put on that? Kurt, does that, can a commissioner sit on that?
That is a great question. I need to check. I haven't looked at that statute since it was created, but if you give me a minute, I will get you.
I'm just
an
curious.
answer. Let me pull that and I will get you an answer.
All right, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
For Charlie's spot.
Yeah, we have to replace.
Yep.
We have to replace
All right, I'll
Charlie.
get you an answer.
Yeah. but tell them-
It's a commissioner's appointment. So that's all I have my notes say is it's the
Yeah, I just know we have to appoint it. I just don't know who we can
And
appoint.
I need to just verify because like I said, I haven't looked at it since it was created, and that's been a day or two. So I'll
And
let-
they changed it in the last couple of years
Yep,
to where
they
the
did.
state has an appointment now and
He was a Democrat. I worked with him.
I'll get you an answer.
I don't know.
I don't either. See what it says.
In fact,
I don't know if
maybe.
it's political or not, or
no outside line anymore, just dial your number.
I'll see if I got anybody to look at.
is this another, chicken barn, Robbie?
sure it
1100 West, 50 North.
Trigger.
It's a CFOA if it's application, another chicken barn. If you guys decided to look at the planning zoning, look at anything like that to try and,
Yeah, I've actually looked into, Jerry's, we have 364 combined feet of operations.
yeah, most of them are on the west side because they're overlapping each other.
Yeah, we'll sell the break.
The,
Come up with the density, I'm not sure. We're checking with other communities to see if they have density.
Robbie, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but what I was told was a lot of these new barns are going up because of a California law for amount of birds and the space they have to have in the barn. So what I was told is they were having to put up an additional 20 or 40 new barns basically in the county to support the same amount of birds they already got here. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
To my knowledge, the number of birds in the barn has not changed. CFO
Okay.
has 50,000, that's where they start at.
Right.
And AFO starts at about 29,000.
So, yeah,
Got three of them going south of Brighton.
I know.
Expire.
Some people not excited about that either.
Yeah, I know.
And this year's trip, typically we're seeing 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Aren't a lot of them previous owners too? People,
Getting a second barn.
yeah, they want the second barn to go to them. I don't blame them for that.
I mean, they're doing the work. I don't blame them on that one either.
It's a lot of-
So you have anything, Kathy?
That was the only thing I had was.
Right. Kurt?
All I have is for Kim Johnson, the Pitney Bowes contract we've been working on for a long time.
Yeah.
And finally got it finished and signed by Pitney Bowes. It is for a bunch of equipment, and this is something that I can read it, what all the equipment is, but basically it's it's for all of her mailing, voting related equipment, and it's a monthly amount for 48 months of $335.04, or a quarterly of $1,512. And so I couldn't speak to exactly what all this stuff does, but what I can tell you is we've been through the agreement and had changes made. We've asked them for, and they have provided all of the representations with regard to non-collusion and anti-investment in Iran and Indiana law affidavit and all of those things that we tend to make sure is in there, plus language in the document that protects the county. So it's ready to go. If you want her to explain, you'll have to tell me to tell her to be here, because otherwise she's just expecting that I'll present it to you for approval. So Pitney Bowes, it's a Sourcewell project.
Yeah.
Not much to approve, really.
Yeah, I would recommend, but I didn't know if you
Have a
wanted her
no-brainer.
here or not, but if not, I'm gonna do it under old business.
Mhm.
Is that okay? Okay, so that's all I have.
Well, that was quick.
And I'll get you an answer on this PD thing here shortly.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I am too, actually. Yeah.
I just thought,
Oh, it'd be good to have one of you on there if you can.
that's what I thought.
Let me know.
What these signs are, Peter.
Are we done?
Yeah, you can turn it off. We're done.
Thank you.